Good morning. All righty. Morning, everybody.
Hi.
Morning.
Today, we need some mini bands, have them, and some medium to heavy objects if you have them. sure you can see me there. I think I'd have to check it out by now. All right. So a little bit of because it's Monday, you get the best of last week's blocks, and the best news for everybody here is that there is no dumpster shuffle back. The last 2 weeks, that's been pretty brutal. So we're gonna have a little bit of everything, like I said, mini bands, lights, medium weights. You can always go heavier or lighter as needed. And so everything plastic and then add on a lot of core at the end. So the last few minutes of the finisher is literally just core. I need, hold on, participants. All right, hopefully that echo is gone now. You're echoing. Is it gone now? Give me heads up. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I've been doing like this 2-screen thing now because I like to see you guys on one screen and then make sure you guys can see me on the other. It makes it a lot easier. All right, so lights and medium dumbbells, and we're gonna have a great workout today. All right, so starting with our warm-up. Remember, after the warm-up, when I demo, you guys are feel free to still keep stretching and all that good stuff. So we're gonna start laying down flat on our back. We're gonna start with T-spine windmills, nice and slow, especially as we're just getting that body warmed up. So arms out nice and wide, bend those knees. We're gonna bring them to one side, back to center. Other side, back to center. So you're gonna feel your core light up a little bit as you're going side to side, but I really want you make sure you're not just dropping those knees without control, using your core, get warmed up here. Try to keep your shoulder blades on the ground as much as possible. Always can decrease that range of motion. We're here for 30 more seconds. We flip it over to a tabletop next. So you're gonna stay on the ground. Sometimes I like to leave my knees on the ground for a couple seconds before I bring it back up. All right, get ready when you're safely flipping over to a tabletop in 3, 2, 1. Flip it up. From that tabletop, we're gonna put one foot out. And we're just gonna rock those hips so your butt's going to your heel and then back up to that tabletop. So butt to heel, back up to tabletop. Also known as hip rocks. Getting that inner thigh of that leg that's straight, nice and warmed up as well. You got 10 seconds, and then all I want you to do is switch sides. In 3, 2, 1. Other knee comes down, other foot extends out. Back and forward. I did write on the whiteboard one block today, that wood chopper block from last week. Just if you're ahead or behind me, you can keep up or go to your own pace. The other ones are pretty simple. We won't really need a whiteboard for. All right, get ready to stay in a tabletop in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so get familiar because we're going to use it on today with a bear plank. So when you're in a tabletop, curl your toes under and lift those knees a couple inches here. Okay, this is that bear plank. But from here, what I want you to do is pike those hips up where you feel comfortable and then bring it back down to hovering those knees as close to the ground as you can have those knees without touching. That's getting those quads warmed up here. Great thing to do before hitting an outdoor run or walk. Thirty more seconds. We're gonna stand up for some lateral lunges. Pike up, bear plank. Not fast. If lateral lunges aren't for you, you can always do a forward reverse lunge or squats. We're gonna stand up in 3, 2, 1. All right, so you're gonna step out nice and wide, but not too wide, right? Those hips come back. So you can imagine just a couple feet between so you can keep one leg straight. Just alternate between the two. If you don't feel like stepping, stay wide and just come to center. Okay, wherever you feel comfortable with that, you're here for about 35 seconds. The last minute is going to be that kind of imaginary jump rope. I like to alternate, so for that full minute, I might do like 10 jump ropes, 10 jumping jacks, 10 jump squats, 10 seal jacks. That's up to you, because remember, you've got a little extra time on the other side, because I'm going to demo for almost 2 minutes, so you can keep your eye on me, but I keep moving. All right, going to that imaginary jump rope in 3, 2, 1. All right, so like I said, you can do this for a full minute or you can alternate. So I'm going to do about 10 of these, and then right go into 10 jumping jacks. 10 seal jacks. And then I'm going back to jumping. So 2.5 minutes till we start our first block. 30 more seconds and me leading the warm up. You go from there. I promise I'm going to turn the music up when the block starts. Right. Going into my first demo in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is a 10-minute strength block. You did this with me last week. So we're going to start with a bear plank, like I just showed you, knee tap push-up. So from that bear plank, you're just going to tap those knees. Then you're going to walk it out to a plank, 1 push-up, bring it back in, and to repeat again. So taps out to the push-up. You can always push up from those knees. You only have 5 of those. The next one, a wood chopper, is a little different. You guys are used to, in front of the rowers, throwing those arms straight. This one, when you're using a weight, you're going to bring it to your chest in between, and your feet are also going to move. So from that low corner, bring it to your chest, switch your feet, come up, okay? So bring it to your chest, press up. You're going to do 10 each side. Trust me, I overestimated the weight on that one. Plank pull through to low row. So you're used to doing those plank pull-throughs where you reach under for the weight. You can also do this from your knees, but you're going to reach under, row it up, put it back down, replace the hands. Okay, so it's 10 each side. Don't go too heavy on that one. Finally, the last one you won't need weight for is that Superman. Reach out nice and long with those fingertips and toes. Little lift, squeeze, release down. Even though this block is 10 minutes, it's going to take some time. So that's why we're all going to be at different points. I'm going to throw, hopefully you can still see me and hear, just in case you're ahead or behind me. So that bear plank, bear tap push-ups, 5 total, wood choppers 10 each, plank pull through to a row, 10 each side. If you were with me last week, you probably saw me take many breaks, and Superman's for 10. We're going to go in about 30 seconds, so get your weights ready to roll. Starting with that bear plank, tap knee, push up, so you won't need any weights there. For my wood choppers, I'm probably going to use 10s. Same with that plank pull through low row, or maybe even 12. Nothing crazy. All right, music's coming up. We're going to start 10-minute block. Longest block of the day. In 3, 2, 1. Bear plank tap right into a push-up. Count your push-ups. Walk it in nice and slow. With me, we're moving on to our wood choppers. Remember, look at different, keep your arms straight the whole time. 10 each side, you're going to watch me shift by feet. Keep that core really engaged here. There's about a 10-pound weight with chocolate. Full body. All right. Plank hold for Laura. Try not to make a little grip. Widen those feet into your feet. Drop to your knees. That's only halfway for me. I got another 10 to go. I'm gonna drop that knee, take a quick child pose, then right back to it. Another 10. Focus. Pause. Make sure when you drag it over, pause, then roll it up. All right, you're ready. Superman's nice and slow. 10 total. Long fingers, 22. You guys are already 4 minutes in. Back to that bear plank. We're also going to get 2 rounds here. Just a little bit. Say it again, inhale, exhale. When you get to the push up the cat. All right, back to those wood choppers.
You know, I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I want to tell her that I love her, but always probably you. Cause she's watching with those eyes.
Inhale down. Exhale when you get to your step. Halfway through, longest walk of the day. Back to that chest, get ready to switch sides. Woo! All right. Probably the last time we're doing these. 10 each side. Pull through, row up. Break it between the feet. Get your fingertips, keep your chin off your chest. And spin. Woo! Take your side to side, right back to it. 3.5 minutes. should be looking like a glazed donut right about now. Superman. Down slow, protect your back. Not gonna those birds off. All right, 2.5 minutes to go. Right back to the barefoot step. Last time you're going to be doing. Couple of pieces necessary. All of you will respond here. 2 minutes. All right, last time for summer, you're with me. Always pick up that pace. You got 90 seconds. Pick up that pace if you feel comfortable if you're waking up for heading. You got less than a minute if you're with me. Right two, those rows pull through. That's where we end. Alternating 45 seconds. Widen those feet or drop those knees. Shoulders over that wrist, right? Your arm is not wide, it's straight up and down. 25 seconds. You've got nothing left, you're not much left. Alternate your row. So work on that pull for 15. Last couple. 2 more reps, 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, big breather. Big breather. Longest block done. Move this out of the way. We're going to do a little white. Plank pull through rows for that long hard. Next block is 6 minutes. 30 seconds. Each exercise is only 3 exercises. So 30, 30, 30, 30 rest. And we're going to do that 3 times. So basically, I'm going to make it through 90 seconds. I'm going to show you some options here. We're going to start with a base feeling, alternating curtsy lunge, really targeting the side of our glutes here. So just a little step back, 45 degrees. You don't want to make a big hips turn. So you're just going to alternate center, center. If any sort of lunges are bothering you at all, I want you to bring it to squats. A little bit quicker tempo to feel like a base. If you're looking for a challenge, you can add weights or a knee up. Okay, alternating for 30 seconds. Your push is going to be a speed skater where we pick it up side to side for 30. Once again, this can go back to a curtsy lunge at a slower pace, even bringing it down for bridges. So I would say if the lunges aren't for you, start with squats, then we'll bring it to a slower pace or on the ground for those bridges. And your all out is that 3-step lateral sprint. So it's 1, 2, knee, 1, 2, knee, okay? This can be slow march to knee, or if moving side to side, you can bring it to burpees or even high knees. The last 30 seconds is meant to be the most challenging. Make sure you have some space here. Okay, we're gonna start with those curtsy lunges, side to side for 30, every 30 seconds for moving. Got a strong 80s playlist for you today, if you've been able to hear it. I'm gonna turn it up this block. 6 minutes of work, and there's always gonna be built-in rest.
All right. Starting with alternating for 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds. We're going to speed skaters right away. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is a little bit harder, right? Or you go to jump squats. Got any seconds to work? 30 seconds to rest. In 15 seconds, we're going to keep that knee up. Or high knees for 30. And 30 seconds to stand in place. 3, 2, 1. I want you to feel that core work as you turn that chest down a tad and that knee up. 20 seconds. Big exhale. 10. 3, 2, 1. Take it out. All right. We're doing it 2 more times. 2 more times. A little bit better every time. You know what to expect now. You know what's hardest for you. For me, I'm going to get rid of the knee up on that curtsy one because I'm a little more breathless when I go side to side. And I know it's meant to feel like a base, not a full recovery. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Right for 30 seconds. Back down to the middle, right? Round to the base. 15 seconds. Go pick it up the peg. Go to a push feeling. In 3, in 2, in 1. Push feeling. More jump squat. More jump squat. We're going to combination of both right now. Nice job, team. Hello, Monday. 5 weeks till opening. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going with 3-step knee up. 3, 2, 1. You're on a rope. 10. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one. Oh boy. Feeling it today. Feeling it today. All right, 20 seconds. Last time. Big break comes after this, right? Oh. 10 seconds. You with me? You're all muted. You're like, no. 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hey. Last 9 seconds of work in this spot. Oh, I love this spot. It's too long to show. I like this song. The girl watching highlight films, my dad's football kid. Never was. Here we go. Let's feel it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last minute. I need a job. 45 seconds. Woo! Waiting for that final Seconds, 15. On your 10. 3, 2, 1. Take it out, take it out. You earned it. All right. Good news. Next block is strength. So get your light to medium dumbbells when we're ready. Shouldn't tell stories while I work out. Okay, 2 exercises, then 2 exercises only. Single arm, static hold, curl. You're gonna curl on one side while you hold. I'll grab those weights to show you. Hold one at that full 90-degree elbow, while the other is curling that full 10, okay? So from your hip up to your shoulder, so you're even passing that 90-degree angle. At the other side, you switch. So 10 each side, and the only other exercise you have is a reverse grip low row for 10. That means reverse grip, palms face out, because later on we're gonna be doing a regular low row. So as you hip hinge, notice my spine is straight. I am not curved this way or arched too much. It's just like you're starting a deadlift. Hip hinge, palms out, pinch your shoulder blades, release. In comparison to our other grip, neutral grip where your hands face in, probably gonna be a little bit lighter when it comes to reverse grip. You have 4 minutes and your goal is to get 3 rounds at least, okay? So you might see me changing my weights throughout this one quite often. We're going in 15 seconds. Grab those weights. Light to medium. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Hold 1. Everything is blocked in. If you were Rocky in that movie, you're doing sit-ups. Your coach is slapping your core. You got it tight. You got it tight. You went too heavy. That hold might be nearly impossible right now. Get ready. Other side up. If you were with me. Now you might not be with my tempo depending on how heavy you went with this one, right? What you have available at home. When you're ready, arms to face out, hip in. Look at the ground. Look up a little deep, or ahead of your toes. So I want you to feel that pinch behind you. Even if it is lighter weight, 10. We got 3 more minutes. Count that thing. Round 2 when you're ready. Hold the curl. I see you, Julie Collins. I missed you at station 1. Good time. Some never come on there anytime. Woo! That ISO hold, baby. That ISO hold. Inhale as you lower that weight. Exhale as you curl it up every time. Stay with that hip in. Bring that second forward as you can. Look down, straight spine. You got 2 minutes left. What are you breaking between? Unless your weight is super light, you're ready to go. I'm going to take my arms out. All right. Round 3 for me. Remember, your goal is 3. You got less than 2 minutes. It's for fast rate, keep moving. All right, good side. Got 30 seconds. Washington, 25. Woo! 15 seconds. Maybe you can just hold. Sometimes you have to hold. Last 2 seconds. I still hold both those things. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Doesn't take much, right, to get done in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. All right, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, but abs, okay? So nothing crazy here. We're gonna go 4 rounds. It's only gonna be 4 minutes. Starting with a crab to alternating toe tap. So when you're sitting on the ground, sitting up tall, hands are up, you're gonna lift your hips up. You're going to have tap the toe on the opposite side back to that reverse plank position. Tap and back. You can see how sloppy that last one was. So you're trying to have control. So if it means you'll have more control just tapping your knees, then I want you just to tap your knees. Don't forget to engage your core. It's only 20 seconds. 10 seconds off. The next 20, only 2 exercises. We're going to bring it to a plank Spider-Man. Low plank or high plank. I prefer high. That's up to you. You're going to bring that knee outside your elbow, back. Alternating. Okay? You can also drop to your knees in between or just hold the plank if that works for you. Not the last time you're going to see that one today. So only 4 minutes of core, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds completely off. That's your move time. All right, flip on over. Going in 15 seconds. In 10. Remember, tap that knee if you feel yourself wobbling. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. No, one of my sides is not as flexible as the other. 3, 2, 1. 1 minute. One of those. All right. High plank or low plank. In 3, 2, 1. Slow out. Bend your knees a little bit. Give your rest a little bit of a break by having a little bit of a bend. Moving it over, taking a break in 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Round 2 up forward. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tight core, tight core. Make sure you're breathing. You got less than 4. 3, 2, 1. Man, that last block, push my arm. 3, 2, 1. Drive. If you're feeling your body wobble, keep your feet wide. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. If your wrist is super bothering you and you flip it over, I want you just to crunch for 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Second to last round. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sit over. I'm tying my shoes. High plank, Spider-Man in 3, 2, 1. Second to last time here. Drop to those forearms if needed. If you need a break on those wrists, or you can have dumbbells under your hand. That'll help your wrist. 3, 2, 1. So literally the dumbbell being used for 4. You can have it like this. That'll take a little pressure off. Last round here is 3, 2, 1. Hip time. Over half of it. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. My wrists are bothering me, so I'm going to grab 3, 2, 1. Outside back.
Never
10 seconds. Sorry about the stop. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. We don't want to do that. All right. Next block. 4 minutes. And you only have 2 exercises. We're back to weights. It's going to be a little more. Say 420. Hammer curl with mini band. So now you're going to grab your mini band if you have one. Wrap it around those wrists. And you're going to hammer curl. That last curl set we did, remember we were alternating our wrist in and out? Hammer curl means your wrist face in the entire time, your midline. Okay, normally with hammer curl, you can go a lot heavier. If you have a mid band, that's gonna keep you from going heavier because I don't want your arms going like this, right? You're trying to keep it as wide as possible. So it might be, if you have no weight in just the band, work up and down trying to keep your hands away from that midline, but facing it. You have 8 reps. Then, keeping that band on if you have it, we're gonna go to that low row, but not reverse grip. Once again, it's like that same grip as that hammer curl, palms face in, keeping your band on for 8. 8 hammer curls, 8 low rows. Try not to let the band crinkle like mine just did. It means a couple things, could be a couple things. That was because I was very sweaty in my arms, but light leak here. You wanna be fluid here. We're gonna go in 20 seconds. All right. Hammer curls for 8, low rows for 8. If you got a band, you're gonna keep it on. 8, 3, 2, 1. 8, 8. Remember, if you don't have weight, use the band. If you don't have the band, press the palm space in your midline the entire movement. Oh, a little second for me there. All right, not even a minute in. I want you to try to get 3 rounds. Remember that tummy. Remember your tummy's tight. Shoulders got to work to keep that band wide too. So that's why your also can't go as heavy. Over a minute in, and here we go. Woo! And makes all the difference. Round 3 for me. I am dropping my weights again. Going to 10s for this class. There we go. Where's the music taking up? 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Come on, you got one more on. You can up there. No. Try to hold it. Roll the line through that. Final 10. Great. Never underestimate the power of a band in your shoulders. All right. Some days are better than others, right? Move on. Okay, here's your preview. 4 minutes Tabata, 20 on, 10 off, and then you've got Tabata abs for the last 8 minutes, okay? So this is the last time you're gonna be a little breathless. This is you're gonna do a lateral shuffle from object to object. So if you don't have objects out, like, I don't know, chair and a bench, just kind of pick 2 places you wanna move between. The lateral shuffle means you're trying to stay low, tap the object or imaginary tap. Don't bring your chest down. Keep it low. Tap the other way. 20 seconds. 10 seconds off. You did this with me last week. Power skips. 20 seconds. That can also be high knees. For the last round, I'm definitely going to do high knees because I know that's more challenging for you. Now, it depends on your body, right? You may think that the skips are more challenging. The last 20 seconds, you want to be the most challenging. All right. For me, I'm going to put the weights down just so I can gauge where I want to move side from. Shake out those arms. Remember, 4 minutes, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And then we get a nice long abs to finish, but it will be Tabata format. So nothing crazy. And then we got some good news and announcements when we stretch. Worst is over. All right. 20 on, 10 off. All right, 8, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Also lateral up. This shuffle top for you. Three, 2, 1. And down. Ready to look. Power in. 8, 3, 2, 1. More marches, more high knees. Ball that foot. No, keep in my class before this is big faster. Moving the hat. Go. 3, 2, 1. Take it out. All right, 1 down. Here we go. Lateral shuffle. 3, 2, 1. Come on, you all did this in middle school PE, right? Keep that chest up, keep that core tight. Don't pull out and see the back. 3, 2, 1. Power skips are high knees. 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. Two more times. One more again. Three, two, one. Only touch if you can keep your stretched up and not collapse and not hold back. Halfway. Three, two, one. Three, two, all right, so you're going right behind you. Good. So you got some good margin there. Keep that core tight. 3, 2, 1. Last minute. Last minute. I'm doing the shuffle and I'm doing high knees. What are you doing? 3, 2, 1. Whatever. We want 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey, you guys taking those challenges? I see you. 10 seconds. You won't be alone. 3, 2. All right. We made it. Tabata, core. That's how we're ending. You will need a lightweight if you want one. If you don't have weight, you don't need it. Lightweight if you want one. I'm gonna probably have a 5 and a 10 here. 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 8 different exercises. I'm doing it with you. I'm actually gonna be doing the exercises demoing during your break. So when your break, make sure you have your eyes up on me. The first one will be 20 seconds each leg, okay? So it's gonna be mountain climber in, Spider-Man, slow. So if you have your eyes on me, from a plank position, I'll be angled here for you so you can see. Knee comes in straight, same knee out, then switch leg. Knee comes into elbow, knee comes outside that elbow. It's meant to be slow, but 20 seconds isolating the right leg, 20 seconds isolating the left leg. You need a break, take it. Try to still hold that plank. That's the first 40 seconds. Make sure I wrote it down, of course. Yep, 8 minutes total, but you're always getting those 20-second breaks. As I demo, get ready for the next one. Here's your last 8 minutes. Nice tight cores. Make sure we're breathing the entire time. Then we'll stretch, talk about some things you're going to expect to see in 5 weeks. All right. 10 seconds. Here we go. Tight knee in and out. I'll tell you when to switch. In 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds on the right. Slow. Knee in, knee out. Knee in, knee out. Knee in, knee out. 3, 2, 1. Switch side, switch side. Left knee in, left knee out. Left knee in, left knee out. Slow. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Grab your lightweight. We got a double crunch, but your feet are going to stay bent. Your knees are going to stay bent. Overhead, crunch, back to that feet flat, okay? So nice weight overhead if you want it. In 3, 2, 1. So reach out, crunch, bring your feet up, and then bring your feet back down flat. If you struggle with double crunches in class because of lower back issues, this is what I would tell you to do. Knees are bent, in like a hedgehog, arms out, feet flat. In like a hedgehog, arms out, feet flat. Have control, even if you don't have a weight here. Hedgehog, feet flat. Hedgehog, feet flat. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, you're gonna look at me. Last couple reps. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Russian complex. So feet are flat, you're gonna lean back. Tap the weight to one side, bring it to your chest, press up. Tap the weight to the other side. Bring it to your chest, press up. So there's always a press in between. Not fast, it's slow. Okay, if you don't have weight, that's fine. Feet are flat. 3, 2, 1, lean back. It's about having control to have a slight lean and also move your arms and lift that torso. That's why I don't want you going heavy on the waves here. We don't move heavy weights from the ground or chest while sitting like this. Feet are flat or like me, and my heels are just on the ground. If you don't have weight, you're still doing this movement. Tap, chest, press. 10 seconds. You're gonna look at me. 3, 2, 1. All right, we actually have a low plank now, right from our wrist. Low plank knee tap. So from the low plank, we're gonna tap one knee, bring it back up. Tap the other, bring it back up. As slow as you can, alternating knee taps. 40 seconds on. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Palms up if you can. Put that pressure up. Tap those knees. High plank holds. Too hard or low plank holds. Woo. Halfway. 20 more seconds. Keep that butt down. If you think it's down, 1 inch lower. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 4 minutes in, 4 minutes to go. We got a high plank class up. You guys are used to these that are inferior with push-ups, not push-ups this time. So from a plank, shift your butt back to your heels, bring it right back to a plank. Nice and slow, full 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. From a plank, last off slow. I know last off kind of more on here, but I'm going to go slow. That, bring it over your shoulder. I love these because they remind me where you should be in a plank, not back here, right over those wrists. Feeling your quads here, I'm sure 20 in, 20 to go. Under 10. 3, 2, 1. All right, suitcases. Hands by your butt. Shins are parallel to the ground. Just a little into your chest and out. Into your chest, out. Not a big out, you can see. You want an extra challenge? Put a very light weight on your shins. It's breaking brutal. 3, 2, 1. In. Shins are trying to stay parallel to the ground as you bring your knees in and out. With the weight or without. Your legs have to work so hard in that lower core. If you learn to add a little weight here, or just even having control. Bring your knees in and out. You can always throw your hands up. Both put your fingertips on the ground. Woo! 10 seconds. Gonna make it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last 2 exercises. Overhead marches. So just like that double crunch, but this time one knee in and back flat. Other knee in, back flat. Here we go. So weight is overhead if you're using one. So it's like a double crunch, one knee at a time. In 3, 2, 1. Chin off your chest. In. Flat back foot to the ground. Opposite knee in. Back down. Wait for your lower back. It's pushed. This does not need a lot of weight. If you're learning how to be slow on the negative back. 20 in, 20 to go, and then it's your last exercise. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last minute, we're gonna hold the plank. Okay. High plank or low plank or a combination of both. Last minute, and then we're gonna stretch. Have better pieces. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, right. Low plank or high plank, what's better for you right now? Get off your chest. Hey. 45 seconds. 1. Right. Go on halfway, 30 seconds. If you're in a low plank struggling, bring it to a high plank. I'm going to go down to a low plank, last 25.
I never say I wasn't gonna tell somebody, no, really. But this time,
15 seconds, 15 seconds. 10.
when we're together, it's like my phone is fire.
3, 2, 1.
Let's
Bring it right back to the side. Wide. Crawl those fingers out. Woo! All right, back to real quick before we talk announcements. Back to that tabletop, one of my favorites. Danny K, you know this all the time, that thread the needle. So opposite hand reaches under, and then that's like literally resting your ear on the ground. Bring it back up nice and slow, other side. So that 8-minute Tabata core is something when I used to do more outdoor runs before we were open, I would always throw 2 rounds in that at the end of a run. So if you're ever just doing a day where you want to do a shakeout run or nothing crazy, or you're looking to add some abs in, it's great because you know every minute you are, or every 40 seconds you're getting that break, which is nice. I'm gonna sit down and start grabbing one of my knees. So we are officially 5 weeks from opening. How exciting. At first I was mad, I think I told some of you guys this last week, is that I was mad we were in phase 3 because we were put in the same category as casinos. I would like to think we're a lot in amusement parks cleaner than that, but it is what it is. You know, there's a lot of petitions online saying, consider studio gyms different than big box gyms. Do I agree with that? Yes. Am I going to fight it? No, it is what it is. And honestly, this way is going to be safer for us. We're learning every day from other studios. So a couple things I can tell you now that we don't know yet. The state has not come out with 6 feet apart or whatever. Some states are saying like 4 feet. Some states, it's crazy. So all these Orange series are doing it differently. We will be doing every 3 stations. So there's 2 stations between you two. If they say 6 feet, if not, it will still be every other station. We will not be having you next to someone. So you can always expect at least a full station, maybe even 2 full stations. For the first month, I say everything right now, but like with a grain of salt. I'm bringing 1 foot in. I know you can't see me. Bring my chest down. As much as I'm saying, we're doing this, obviously it is going to change as we hear more from the state, the CDC, and other Orange theories and our health board, but this is just what we're thinking so far. So I hate to put anything in writing so you guys quote me, but we will be starting with 45-minute classes. That's 2 reasons. A, more cleaning time for us in between. B, can you imagine going and doing Everest right now on that treadmill? No, none of us can. So we want to ease you back into it. The more that you guys help us clean during the classes and during switches, we're not really going to be switching, only when necessary. We won't be doing switch days like a lot. The more you help us clean, the quicker we can move to our classes. So some of the things we're considering is giving you guys your own spray bottles. We will be checking temperatures on the way in.
as of right now, because I know Allie posted something too, Tennessee is the only state that is requiring masks to be worn. We don't know if we're going to be required or not. We will have our staff wearing them. Hold on, there's a chat. We will having our staff wearing them. Thanks, Jenny. Oh, you're welcome. Our staff definitely will be wearing them, but as of right now, Massachusetts has not come out and said you have to wear a mask. If you feel comfortable and you want to wear a mask in here, fine. But one thing we cannot do is use fans on the treadmills or fans in the ceiling. Yeah, it's gonna be hot. But we do have AC. We'll open the door when needed. We will have air filters that are gonna block any of those particles floating up and bringing back down, which is good. But if we turn the fans on, that kind of defeats the purpose, right? So those are some changes that I can tell you right now that I know of. I'm gonna unmute you guys. Mute all. No, don't unmute. Oh, maybe you're not muted. Well, now you have the option to unmute yourself if you have any questions about that. But that's all I have so far. 5 weeks, what I would be doing, and I know Jake and I are doing, is like starting to set our alarms, get used to getting back on a schedule, get used to working out, eating better, drinking more, just because like you don't want to make it more miserable than it's going to be. We don't want to shock our body. I know Lonnie's already come out with like how not to get injured when you come back to Orange Theory. So, yeah. Any questions regarding that, safety-wise? The rower's going to be miserable. I'm just going to be honest. I tried to row the other day, and I was like, oh, boy. Yeah, that's all I got so far. Flash sale. Oh, Jody, you're the best. Flash sale, 10 a.m., literally 1 hour. Jake's coming in here. I have everything laid out on the treadmills right now. We got a bunch of new like 4th of July gear and stuff at our new retail section. So we're getting rid of everything else. I mean, literally like those vests that were like $80 are now $15. It will be all on our Instagram pages. Shipping's $5. If you guys are in Hang On Response Spot, maybe we can work something out regarding a drop off. But yeah, we want to clear out our stuff. That doesn't mean we're closing. I know people are passing me like, they took down all their stuff. I just want to get rid of it all. So magnets, $3, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, 10 a.m. on our Instagram pages. Jake and I are going to run it the next 2 days. We'll see what's left. Yeah, that's all I got. If you have any other questions, like personal, you're concerned about PPE gear, other stuff like that, please let me know. Like I said, we're still learning. We've got a ton of boxes of PPE, but yeah, if not, have a great day. I'm going to get ready for thank you. I'm glad it was a great workout. Yeah, add those abs on. Do you any of your runs or anything else?
Jenny, I did your core workout today, and I'm dying.
Oh, the 5-minute one? Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
my challenge, I had a couple for Allie, but the other trainers had such good cardio ones. I was like, you know what? We're doing the 5-minute core. So if you got
5 minutes, I can do it. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill her.
I know. If you guys, I promise you, I have some of the best core workouts. Thanks, Debbie. Love it. I'm so excited you did it. So yeah, any other questions, please feel free to DM me. I'm happy to answer as we learn. So, all right. Flash sale, 10 a.m.
That was great.
Bye. Love you guys.